Hello all. Welcome to the new lecture of Euclidean algorithm of the course Theory of Equations and Number Theory. In the first lecture of Euclidean algorithm, we have stated one theorem which is the basic tool for the development of the algorithm for finding the GCD of two large numbers. Okay, so and we have also proved or we have already discussed one problem how to evaluate the GCD using that theorem. Okay, so today we will make a justification by describing the algorithm, which is known as the Euclidean algorithm developed by Euclid, and it was given in his famous book named Elements. So the Euclidean algorithm. First of all, we recall that theorem. That is the theorem 3.1. What was the statement? Let a and b be any two positive integers. Any two positive integers and r be the remainder when a divided by b. So a and b be positive integer with the condition that a greater than b, greater than or equal to b, and let r be the remainder obtained. Then the statement is GCD of the two integers a and b is same as the GCD of b, the divisor, and the r, the remainder obtained. These two GCDs are the same. So in order to find the GCD of the two numbers, it is possible to find the GCD of the smallest number and a r. Okay, let's move to the algorithm. So the let a and b be any two positive integers with a greater than or equal to b. So a and b be any two positive integers with a greater than or equal to b. A greater than or equal to b means either a equal to b or a strictly greater than b. If a equal to b, then we know what is GCD of a comma b. Both are same means GCD is a itself, and there is nothing to prove. And there is nothing to prove. Okay, so assume A is assume A is strictly greater than B. So assume that A greater than B, and we have to uh, we have to formulate the algorithm. Okay, A is greater than B. And for convenience, we take B as R naught. So let R naught is equal to our B. Okay. Then by successive application of the division algorithm, we get a sequence of equations. Now apply division algorithm. For A and R naught. R naught is B itself. We can write A as by division algorithm. We know that is there exists unique integers Q naught and let the remainder be R1 such that this is equal to Q naught R naught plus R1, where R1 is the remainder obtained, and R1 has the property that 0 less than or equal to R1, which is strictly less than, not equal to, which is strictly less than R naught, the divisor. Okay. Now again applying division algorithm. For R naught and R1. Why we are applying in this manner? We know by theorem 3.1 that GCD of A comma B is same as, or GCD of A comma R naught is same as GCD of R naught comma R1. So in order to find this R GCD of R naught comma R1, so we can apply the division algorithm for R naught and R1. So R naught we can write in terms of R1 as some quotient, let it be Q1 plus R2. And what are the properties of R2? 0 less than or equal to R2 is less than its divisor, that is R1. Now again by division algorithm, this is same as GCD of R1 comma R2, since R2 is the new remainder, isn't it? So successively applying division algorithm, we get a sequence of equations. We get a sequence of equations. That is, now we can write R1 as in terms of R2 we have to write, so let Q2 be the quotient obtained, R3 be the remainder. So this is less than or equal to R3 is less strictly less than R2, isn't it? Similarly, the next equation will be R2 is equal to some Q3 R3 plus R4, where 0 less than or equal to R4 less than R3. Okay, so in this continuing like this, we get a following sequence. So continuing like this, we get a sequence of reminders. Sequence of reminders as first reminder, let it be let that be R naught itself. So B equal to R naught, which is less than R naught, no, it is greater than R naught is greater than R1. And what about R1? R1 is greater than R2, greater than R3, etc., greater than, which is greater than or equal to 0, since the reminders are non-negative. So this is a sequence. Since the reminders are non-negative, we know that the reminders are non-negative. So this is a sequence. This sequence is a bounded monotone decreasing and are getting decreasing sequence. So getting all the reminders are getting smaller and smaller, isn't it? Smaller and smaller. This sequence should be eventually terminated. That means this is a bounded monotonic decreasing sequence, and we know that by monotone convergence theorem this must converge to a number, isn't it? So this must be convergent, and since the values are getting smaller and smaller, this sequence must converge or eventually terminate to 0. Therefore this sequence eventually terminate with the it will converge to 0. That means it will terminate with the remainder as 0. Say at the n plus 1 the reminders, that is Rn plus 1 equal to 0. That means this is obtained at the nth stage. This happens at the nth stage. So what will be the equation? The last equation. The last equation or nth equation. remainder becomes 0 maybe at the nth stage. So the last equation will be, what will be the last equation? We have started from R naught. We have the equations started from R naught equal to something, then R1, etc. Nth equation will be Rn minus 1. So in then only we will get a n equations, isn't it? This is R not equal to something. This is the first equation, and R1, this is the second equation. So Rn minus 1 equal to this one will be the nth equation, isn't it? So Rn minus 1 by the above, from the above equations you can write Rn minus 1 as Qn into Rn plus Rn plus 1, and we know this Rn plus 1 is equal to 0. This is the remainder. So the step just above the last step, or the step above the step preceding the last one, the step preceding the last one is, what will be the step? Rn minus 2. Rn minus 2 is Q n minus 1 Rn minus 1 plus Rn. So here the remainder is Rn. So Rn is the last non-zero remainder. It is the last non-zero remainder. Because we know Rn plus 1 is equal to 0. So this is the last non-zero remainder, and we can stop in the nth equation Rn minus 1, because Rn minus 1 is what? Qn into Rn. Sorry, Qn into Rn. Now by the induction, so it follows by induction. Induction, we have GCD of AB is same as that is GCD of A comma R naught. B means A comma R naught. This is same as we have proved that this is same as R naught comma the remainder R1, which is equal to R1 comma the new remainder R2, and which is equal to R2 comma R3, etc. in the last step. Rn minus 2, this is equal to Rn minus 2 comma R n minus 1, and this is equal to Rn minus 1 comma Rn, GCD of Rn minus 1 comma Rn. From the last equation, this equation star nth equation, we know that Rn minus 1, this is equal to Rn, since Rn minus 1 is Qn into Rn. So Rn is a divisor of Rn minus 1. So their GCD will be Rn itself. That means the last non-zero remainder. What is Rn? Rn is the last non-zero remainder. Thus we have obtained the we have given an algorithm for finding the GCD of um, two integers A and B. So let's stop here. Thank you all.